Om Bhurбhuvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayantam.
Namaste everyone. So today we're going to speak about Kriya Yoga tradition, and this video is often based on your questions, and one of them is who really can teach Kriya Yoga, who can become Kriya Yoga master or guru, and is it really important to bother about it? Is it really important to ask such a questions? It's like you can go to any meditation group on, for example, meditation center or ashram, and just learn it. Who cares about who is the master, who is the guru, and who can and who cannot teach? Well, first of all, let us put aside two different phenomena. One of them is religion, and another one is spirituality. Well, I myself, at least this lifetime, I'm a Christian, and I'm interested in a Hindu and a Buddhist and many other philosophical systems and kinds of meditation and sadhana, different branches of yoga, and etc. And of course, in any religion, we can speak about Christian, any kind of Christian, Orthodox, Catholic, Protestant, or we can speak about Jewish religion or any kind of Hindu religion, Buddhist religion. When we speak about religion, not everyone can be priest. I mean to say, you have to follow the rules, receive certain proper education, then go through the process of a special initiation into priesthood, and it can be Christian, Jewish, Buddhist, Hindu, whatever it can be. And I think that's the proper way how it must be, because after all, religion is the after all social institution, and it means it must be some order in everything happen there. But at the same time, when we come to the space of spirituality, it's slightly more subtle. It means that to become master or to become guru, you need to experience the divine consciousness inside your heart. So you have to be ready, but not because somebody gave you certain permission or certificate, or maybe just gave you, initiated you into position of the guru. That's of course complete confusion. We have so many gurus who are easily can proclaim that, okay, I'm guru or master or for this or that kind of yoga, just because my guru or my ashram, my spiritual school, and he supplied me with a certificate, etc. But that's not the point. The main point is the spiritual level of the person himself or herself. Okay, in my case, I met my Kriya Yoga guru, whose name was Yogi Ramek. That was beginning of 90s, and I happily spent with him something like 12 years actually. Yogi Ramek was really wonderful and a very unusual person. He was born 1923, passed away 2006. And in 50s and 60s, in the middle of 20th century, he spent also quite a long time in Himalayas, in the area of Badrinath and Kedarnath, learning Kriya meditation from Mahavtar Babaji, Goraknath Babaji, and some other great masters and mystics. And well, 2006, Yogi Ramek passed away, and actually now he became more and more famous, mostly because of different disciples. They start ashrams and spiritual schools and also publish different books. So that's the mission of Yogi Ramek, not to be too famous while alive, and become more famous after leaving this wonderful world. Actually, in my case, for example, Yogi Ramek blessed me to teach. It was end of 90s, and it was a very strange story. He told me that actually his blessing is with me to teach people, but then he added that, okay, at the moment, he told me that, like, you're not ready to teach, and that was the case in the end of 90s. But he told very interesting story. He told that, okay, after more than 10 years, something happened inside you, something happened with you, something happened, like, I mean, on the level of meditation, on a very subtle level, and then you will know that that is the proper time to start teach people. Of course, he described me all the details what going to happen, and let me not to share with all the details, but anyway, in my case, that was very interesting, that the blessing was, let us say, end of 90s, to be precise, 1999. And actually, I started to teach, that was 2011, 2012, so actually more than 10 years after this, okay, after receiving his blessings. Why Yogi Ramesh, okay, managed it in such a strange way? I suppose because he was absolutely clear that he's going to pass away something like 2006. Actually, that's what happened exactly. So he gave his blessings in advance because, okay, I was ready in 2011 and 2012, but okay, that was actually basically 5-6 years after my Guru Yogi Ramak passed away. So very unusual story actually. And now quite number, not a great number, some like 5 or 6 disciples of Yogi Ramak, they teach also Kriya Yoga, and about some of them, most of them, I know that they really got permission from Yogi Ramak. Couple of them maybe not, most probably not, but I mean to say, that's really huge question. Is it really important or not? And for me personally, if Guru is still alive, that better to follow instruction of the Guru, because if you break um, order, break, just instruction of your guru, let us say, that's absolute absurd. I mean, then is meaningless spiritually, whatever you can start to do. But when guru no more physically, then it's a totally different situation. And according to my feeling, that if any of disciple really experiencing something like wonderful spiritually, why not to start to teach? But we have actually wonderful examples, like 1952, as far as I remember, Paramahamsa Yogananda left this world, and Swami Janakananda, he is a chief principal disciple. He became for 1 year like leader of his tradition. Then Janakananda also passed away. I believe it was 1953 or 54, something like that. And then the leader of the tradition of self-realization fellowship became Dayamata, and she was, oh my God, something like for 60 years or so, I'm not sure, for 55 years she was the leader of self-realization fellowship, and that was actually unfortunately mess, because she was complete dictator, etc., etc. That became a kind of church, and maybe it's not proper for me to critically, say such a things, but so at least that's my opinion. And Swami Kriyananda, great master, great mystic. I was fortunate enough to meet him twice in India, actually not a long time before he passed away himself. Okay, and Swami Kriyananda, he was disciple of Yogananda just for a few years. And then after Yogananda passed away, what's happened? Swami Kriyananda through the intensive meditation sadhana, I believe he really achieved a really high level of self-realization. And of course, he wanted to start to teach. But the self-realization fellowship and Dhyamata herself was very angry, as you know the story. And that's the confusion because spirituality is not the same like the church life. I mean to say, if you take any church congregation, church community or institution, yeah, that must be proper discipline, like you can become priest only if bishop will bless you to do so, and you can become rabbi, or if like top level rabbi agree with the point. But about meditation and spirituality, everything is much more subtle. And okay, of course, let us take as example Hindu religion, who can be priest, only the one who belongs to the Brahmin family. As you know, Hindu religion based on the four castes. Okay, and one of them Brahmin caste, or it's like the clans, or for them group and families of the priests, and like it's a very ancient tradition for thousands of years actually. And of course, who can become Hindu priests? For example, I can't be Hindu priest because I was born as the Christian, and I mean only those people who born in a Hindu Brahmin families, they can become. So that's certain structure, that's wonderful. Okay, let it be like that. But for the spirituality, all that things are not really important. Only inner realization of the person is the question, is the matter, is the reason why somebody can start to teach meditation. And when you start to learn meditation, better to be careful. I mean, you can't use your logic, but you can use your intuition and feeling. If you feel that the person who is teaching you whatever mantras, meditation, yoga, etc., if this person, he or she, really person of inner spiritual experience, then if it is there, then it's meaningful to learn meditation from such a source. And of course, please remember that your intuition, it's a personal one. I mean to say, you can experience wonderful thing while staying with certain guru, and you can say, yeah, this is in line that, or at least in some sense self-realized person. But any of your friend may say, okay, come on, I don't feel that this guru is self-realized, etc. So it means this is very much personal intuition, and we must always be careful, yeah, about it. Okay, anyhow, somehow we have to learn meditation and mantras and all the spiritual disciplines basically from the proper sources. And it's really important to have guru, because most of the spiritual traditions, they're very ancient. It's like goes from generation to generation, and it's very good to join these ancient traditions. Then you can really benefit, because now we really enjoy huge intellectual and social freedom, and people can create any kind of philosophies or kinds of meditation, but who knows, are they proper or not? Suppose if somebody created some new kind of meditation, maybe it's proper, maybe not. But so my choice, in what I can advise you, choose ancient traditions. That's always better. Okay, let me complete this video for today. Of course, I invite you to watch actually all of my videos about Kriya meditation, immortal Mahatma gurus, Himalayan masters, Vedic scriptures, Buddhist philosophy, esoteric Christianity. So, and do not forget to leave your comments, because it's really important for me to read it, to know your opinion, your reaction, feedback. So God bless all of us. See you next time.
ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवहं तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्